Hey guys, it's Stephen Freeborn here from freeborntrainingsystems.com, and I wanted to make a video about something that I use in my coaching practice with clients and in my own training myself that I think you should know about that will really help you have a much more efficient path to your goals. And that is practicing something called outcome-based decision making, which is kind of just a fancy way of saying you judge your strategies based on whether or not they yield the outcome you're looking for. And you decide based on whether or not they yield that outcome, whether to change them, adjust them, give up on them, go in a whole new direction. But you have some kind of measurement. So it can be objective, like stepping on a scale and seeing how much you weigh, or it can be subjective, like taking a picture in a certain set of clothes and judging how you look or how tight those clothes fit or how loose they fit. It's just something, an outcome that's relevant to your goal and meaningful to you as the individual pursuing that goal. For example, if you're somebody who's losing weight and you want to practice outcome-based decision making, you would then pick some strategies that we know on average work for most people in terms of losing weight. So, some kind of regular strength training to preserve lean muscle tissue. All muscle tissue is mostly lean. I don't know why I said that way. Preserve lean body mass, muscle tissue. And then get in some kind of calorie deficit to hopefully get rid of body fat. And employing some kind of strategy to accomplish those things. So that may be a low-carb diet and, say, Olympic weightlifting. And then you would practice those two things for 4 to 6 weeks and then take your weight again and see, okay, did I lose weight? If the answer is yes, then your outcome-based decision making would tell you, okay, I got the outcome I wanted, so I'm just going to stick with my strategies. Great, that makes sense. It's logical. It's based on evidence. Or the scale may say, hey, your weight didn't change at all, which means one of two things needs to happen. One, you need to change your strategies, right? Maybe instead of Olympic weightlifting, you do something more like a high-intensity training program like CrossFit. Granted, the quality of CrossFit varies, so pick a good one. And maybe you switch from a low-carb diet to more of a if-it-fits-your-macro approach to eating or something. And then you repeat that process, and if the outcome changes, then you stick with those strategies. If you don't get the outcome you want, then you need to go back and reevaluate. Or instead of changing directions altogether, you simply go back and analyze your strategies. Was I adherent with my workouts? Was I adherent with my low-carb approach? Because if you weren't adherent, then you shouldn't expect the outcome. But if you were adherent, then that outcome should come. And if it's not coming, chances are those strategies aren't going to work very great for you as an individual. And the reason why I think practicing outcome-based decision-making is it's important for me as a professional, because while with most clients I start prescription for exercise and nutrition based on what the research says, which largely speaks in laws of averages, which means that in any given evidence-based kind of study about a given strategy for a given goal, we're going to get the average response. But inside that average response is a numerous number of responses. We may have people that are super responders and people who are non-responders, right? But they get muted out when we go to the average. So while I know on average to get somebody to have hypertrophy-related events in their body, to get muscle and to get bigger and to get stronger, I need to induce muscle damage. I need to have mechanical tension. I need to have metabolic stress. Those are three mechanisms through which we know hypertrophy happens, and there are three things that are usually present when hypertrophy happens. So I should start with making sure those three things are in the program. And I know from research that having more volume over time helps, and sticking in a variety of rep ranges helps as well. So I should start there, and then after 4 to 6 weeks of a program like that, if the person's not getting the response they want, which is body fat should stay the same or go down, weight should come up, and they should look more muscular, they should look fuller and bigger. And if those things aren't happening, then I need to go back and probably tweak and rearrange the strategy. That doesn't mean I need to throw out everything. I just may need to make some adjustments to get the person the outcome they're looking for. If I'm not, though, looking at some kind of outcome, then I never know when to change or when to adjust. And I think for a lot of individuals who aren't working with a coach or are doing it by themselves, which is awesome, nothing wrong with that. I think coaches help make the process a little easier, a little bit more efficient. But if you're chasing it yourself, you can still practice this and make your journey much more efficient just by simply doing a reflection and looking at the outcome you're chasing regularly and making adjustments to your program based on what's happening with that outcome. I hope this helps. I think it's something that's important for more people to practice. I think sometimes we're afraid to sometimes look at the outcome because we're afraid to get a very objective feedback on how we're doing, especially if we know we haven't been super adherent or maybe we've had some questionable decisions. But it's important because looking at the outcome makes us reflect. It makes us think back, hey, did I do all my workouts? Did I increase my weights over time? Did I stick to all my reps? Did I stick to my nutritional habits? And if I did, then I don't want to spin my wheels continuing to do the same thing and not getting an outcome because I'm putting forth all this effort. Instead, it allows me to say, okay, I'm doing the things I'm supposed to be doing, but the outcome's not there. So maybe these strategies aren't for me. Let me switch. Let me try something else. Or for a lot of people, it can be that moment to look back and say, you know, I didn't eat low carb this day. I did miss my workout that day. You know, so and so on of things they didn't do, and that's why the outcome isn't there. And now they can make corrections. Okay, I'm going to be more adherent with my diet. I'm going to make my training programs, and then I'm going to reevaluate the outcome again, and hopefully it's there. Sorry, excuse me. I hope that helps. I hope it's something you can put in practice for yourself. It's been very beneficial for me as a practitioner, as an individual. I hope it helps you. I'm sure I'll be back with more stuff, but until then, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.